So I bought this little winter truck. It's a 96 Ford Ranger, and the headlight switch is broke. You turn the headlight switch on and all you get is running lights. And there's this mystery toggle switch hanging down from 2 wires. And you turn that on and the headlights turn on. So that's no good. Let's fix it right. It's amazing these dashboards stay together going down the road. They're all just snap together stuff. So you pull the centerpiece out, and then the dash bezel comes out. Just kind of pull on it. Nothing crazy. Just wiggle here and there until it comes loose. Then we'll disconnect the connector from the headlight switch. There's a locking tab. You kind of squeeze that or lift it. I forget which. And then next to it, there's a dimmer switch for the dashboard lights. That was a little tougher. I got in there with a screwdriver and pulled the lock back while I wiggled with my left hand there to get it unplugged. And once those 2 things are unplugged, this whole bezel will come out to where we can replace the switch. There you see the switch on the bottom and the dimmer switch a little above it there. Just 2 little screws, hold it in. Use a nut driver. I forget what size they were. I think I assumed they were metric, and they weren't. It's like 7/32 or something odd. Unscrew those, and then the knob pulls off the front, just pulls off. And then the switch will pull out. There's the old one. Here's the new one. Standard DS620T. I'll list some alternate part numbers below. Just screw it back in. Align it so the little tit goes in the hole. Again, both screws back in. Only showing one. You get it by now. The knob, you just got to align it. There's a little flat spot. And push it on. Now we got to fix the wiring. I'm assuming the switch went bad and they just pulled the wires out of the connector and then cut the ends off, and they wire nutted. I love wire nuts on cars. Wire nutted these 2 extensions on to hang out of the dash, put their toggle switch on. So I'm crimping on some new female spade connectors. I've disconnected the battery, by the way. You don't want to do this hot. I suppose you could pull the fuse, but it's just easier. Sometimes just disconnect the battery. And I've got to wiggle those back into the connector housing. Get all that done. Insert the bezel with the new switch back in there. And just don't get in a big hurry. Try to line things up. Got to connect our wires back up, obviously. Push those on until the locks go click. And this one I have to make sure that the wires didn't push back out of the connector housing. Yeah, they look good. But the only hard part here was getting that vent duct lined back up. Get all that snap back in, get the center snap back in, the center section with the radio and all that in it. We're ready to reconnect the battery and then test it. This one's not that hard. The switch was like $25, so Don't put up with that. Don't be hacking it up with wire nuts and a toggle switch hanging down there. Got plenty of other videos. Make sure you check out the channel, subscribe, comment, and like below. If it helped you out, maybe buy me a beer with your Google Wallet by clicking on support this channel. Truck on.